Hey guys, it's Ian here from Perfect Performance Coaching. Today we're discussing vitamin D and why in the current crisis you should pay particular notice of this powerful vitamin. So, vitamin D, some important questions we're going to answer today are: why is it important in general? What is it good for? And how do we get enough? Firstly, it's important to recognise that vitamin D is essential for health. We all evolved outside, not in our houses or on trains or in cars or at our offices. And because of this, our bodies have become dependent upon it for optimal health. So much so, in fact, that we have a receptor site for our vitamin D levels in every single cell of the body, meaning that it's important for, well, pretty much everything. Some examples of this include our metabolism, which is keeping us nice and lean, our bone density, very important for many people, our muscle strength, and detoxification pathways. But today we're going to take care and focus on a particular important area, which is lung health. In a recent meta-analysis study of 25 studies, it has been found that from ages 0 to 95, vitamin D was responsible for lowering the risk of acute respiratory infection. Those taking daily doses of vitamin D got the most benefit. Now, this is great news. Regular vitamin D dosages improves our resilience to infection. Fantastic. However, one issue here is that participants all had a normal baseline level of vitamin D, so they weren't deficient. This is important because of all the people that I've personally tested, I've only had around maybe 10% have ever had a good score, let alone approaching any optimal levels. In fact, in a recent conversation with a GP friend of mine, he said that from a doctor's point of view, they assume that everybody is deficient, so they don't even test anymore. They just give people a baseline dose, which is the very lowest dose of vitamin D, as a standard. Now, this is all fine, but from a functional medical point of view, if you're already deficient and you're taking a baseline dose, your situation is not going to improve. In fact, I've seen in my practice people taking 5 times this dose and still having a lower vitamin D score at the end of the month. So, how do we top it up? Well, the great news is from April to October, the sun is high enough to get our vitamin D from there. Great, and it's free of charge. However, we don't always get enough sun in this country, as the cloud is a regular visitor, and many of us work inside during the daylight hours, especially during the mid-daylight hours, which is when you really want to be out in the sun. So we need a backup plan here. So coming to the rescue is vitamin D supplements. They are easy to get hold of and they're very inexpensive. We need to make sure that we don't get the plant form, which is vitamin D2, as this is an active form. We want to get the active form, which is the animal form, which is vitamin D3. So to make sure that you get that one when you're trying to get your supplements. You can also get vitamin D from eggs, certain mushrooms, fish, liver and cheese, but usually in quite small amounts, so it's best to either get your daily dose from the sun or supplement. My final point here is that we're all different, and depending on your genetics, you will need a different amount of vitamin D. The best thing by far to do is get a vitamin D blood test to understand your true level, and then supplement from there. Tests are very inexpensive and can be done from home and then sent to a lab. So I really recommend getting a blood test done to start your vitamin D dosage. Right, that's it from me today. If you found this video helpful, then please give me a like and subscribe to my account to make sure you don't miss any of the next powerful installments, how to help strengthen your immune system and thrive.